Good morning and greetings from Northumberland on a rather dull day. It's Sunday the 28th of June, and it is the feast of St. Irenaeus, Bishop of Lyon. This date's important for me because 39 years ago today I was ordained a priest by Bishop Colin James in Wakefield Cathedral. This feast then of St. Irenaeus is a sort of feast day for me, marking my priesthood. It's the big 40 next year. And of course tomorrow will be the 40th anniversary of my ordination as a deacon. Let's talk about Irenaeus for a moment. Just getting the glasses so that I can read it out properly. Irenaeus died on this day in about the year 200, so 1,800 years ago. He was probably a native of Smyrna, over in Turkey way, and he was born in the year 130. As a boy, he listened to the Christian teachings of St. Polycarp. And St. Polycarp is important because he had been a disciple of St. John the Evangelist. So you have St. John, you have Polycarp, you have Irenaeus. Just those two generations. Irenaeus then serves as a link with that early post-apostolic church. And so he's important in that way as a very early Christian saint. He studied in Rome, and he then later became a priest in Lyon, in Gaul, in France. And he succeeded as the bishop when his predecessor was martyred in the year 177. Remember, this was a time when the church endured periodic martyrdoms. He was a great teacher of the faith, a man of great wisdom, and his arguments were reckoned to be sound and thoughtful. And he battled with what are called the Gnostics, the people who thought that Christianity was a sort of a step ladder of increasing wisdom and spirituality and very detached from the earth. But he, like Cyril of Alexandria, but in a gentler way, talked about the humanity and the incarnation, making the point that our Christian faith is important in our everyday lives because it doesn't elevate us above everyday life, but allows us to live out our faith day to day. And because of his wisdom and because of his teaching, he became highly revered. That wisdom's important, I think, at the moment. I've been thinking an awful lot in the last week or so about how we go back to church. And I've been listening to a lot of people. And many, many people are concerned about how we go back. Remember, it's taken us 3 months to get to this point. And it would be wrong to assume that we can go forward again in a week or two. We have to think about 2 or 3 or even more months getting to a position where our worship is in any way normal, as you might call it. And I think the counsel, the wisdom and the sense that Irenaeus puts before us is important. I and the church wardens and PCCs throughout this country will have to consider how we re-engage with worshipping together. I wrote yesterday, and some of you will have read, that 96% of Christians in this country feel that the physical gathering is so important. But we have to get to that point by working out what we can do safely, what we can do sensibly, and a gradual process of coming back together. Perhaps Irenaeus should be our patron in that, allowing us to think through and develop how things go. May God bless and guide us in this next stage.